going on TikTok. This is the
Hygge
Virum, and I've just been doing my deliveries. Well, I haven't, but I could. So
Hygge
contacted me and they said, would you like to try our bike? And well, they sent me two bikes actually, this one and one called the Vesta, which will be on the channel very soon. But we start with this one, and to look at it, you might think, it's okay, it looks all right. It's a bit, you know, a bit normal looking really. But when you get closer, it's very nice indeed. Before we have a closer look though, let's have a really quick look and see what's in the box. In the box is the saddle, which connects to the battery seat post, a 2-amp charger, pedals, tools, and some luggage hooks. Now when you buy the bike, and it's £1,400-ish, there's student discounts though, you get a choice of free gifts. A few things to do is this little bag carrier thing, which I've currently got my jumper in because it's getting a bit cold. So I've got my my hoodie in there. They also have a phone holder,
Hygge
branded. Something I've used already when I was on holiday at Centre Parks, a very tough U-lock with extra wires going around, and a no leakage temperature controlled bottle. But what I really like is this basket, because the way it attaches on is it's got like these little clips. Now I've only just put it on for this, so you pull there and it just lifts right off. Very clever. And then put it back on. Yeah, there we go. Now the rack itself has got a max load of 15 kilograms, but you get quite a lot of stuff in there. They're up to 15 kilograms. Sack of potatoes, gummy bears, pasta, prime. But what about the actual bike itself? Why do I like it so much? Like I said, it looks very ordinary, but it does a lot of stuff. For one thing, it is very, very light. As soon as I started moving it around, I've just been trying another e-bike which was very heavy, in fact a few of them. And this one, 18 kilograms. So you can basically just like bicep curl it because it's not that heavy at all. It's like really light. It's a nice bike this. It's really like posh. It just feels solid, feels smooth. Hydraulic disc brakes feel, oh, nice. The gears, they just work. That screen, quality. And riding it under no power right now feels like riding a normal bike, except you can press this button and get a bit of extra powering. But before we get into all that nitty gritty stuff, it's got a 250 watt 36 volt motor which pushes out 42 newton meters of torque. I wouldn't expect it to go up Sandy Lane, but let's see how it did anyway. 3, 2, 1, go. I've got to keep the pedals going so it goes up. And by the way, being a proper 250 watt e-bike, I don't think it's going to go up the hill. It's all about where it can get to, but it's not really, is it? It's all about whether, if I start pedaling to help, can I easily get up the hill? Because that's what you want from an e-bike. As soon as it hits 2 miles an hour, I'm going to call it 4 miles an hour. It's not bad compared to other 250 watters. Can you get to the grip box? Let me help in. Oh, you know what? You might be able to get all the way up, but I'm not going to go this fast all the way up. So I'm going to say, right, I'm going to predict park entrance because I reckon it would. I'm just going to pedal now. Right, let's go. So, for a standard 250 watt bike, that was not bad at all. And what I mean by a standard 250 watt, some of you out there, I know, do not want to be breaking any law at all, and that is absolutely fair enough. And this is the kind of bike basically that does that. It's not secretly more powerful than it should be. It doesn't have a throttle. It's just a very, very nice bike that's going to help you get around town. So for a proper legal 250 watt e-bike, it does really well up that hill actually. And when you start pedaling, you literally just zoom up it. Only the real steep hills are going to stop you when you're on this. The max speed is 15.5 miles per hour. 21. And you wouldn't want to go much faster than this in the pedaling. And I did ask them, can you increase it? Because in the Commuter, which is very nice as well by the way, there is an option to increase the maximum speed, but it doesn't actually do anything. They wanted to hardwire it into the controller to keep it totally legal. The pedal assist just kicks in right away, like a torque sensor does. It's really nice. Oh, right next to me. Hello. It's really handy when you haven't got a throttle. You really want your pedal assist to kick in quick, and this does. However, they did include in the box, and I don't know if you'll get this in the box, this nice little thumb throttle, which is very easy to attach. Now, despite being an e-bike that isn't going to be setting fire to the road, it still has some very, very nice brakes. 15.5 miles an hour. This tree. Whoa. Bloody hell, those brakes are good. Right, so that tree, that's pretty amazing. With the thinner tyres, I really didn't expect them to be that good. I mean, I know they felt good, but no matter how good your brakes are, you still need grip. There's some grippy tyres, they are. Yeah, despite the tyres not being fat tyres, they're not mega thick or anything, the grip was amazing. It's probably got something to do with this tread pattern, which is very different for what you usually get on your Chinese fat tyre e-bikes. So what kind of range are we going to get from this? Well, first of all, the battery is right here in the seat post. It is a 10 amp hour battery, 36 volts, which makes it 360 watt hours. It is locked in there with a key, so if I undo that and pull that lever, now if you want to fully remove the battery in the saddle, it is actually plugged in at the bottom, so you have to unplug that and then you can pull it out all the way, and you can see that wire here which will come through if you unplug it at the bottom first, but I'm not going to. So the great thing about that is obviously that means you can charge the battery in your house or something whilst leaving the bike locked up, or if you're riding to the office, you can take the battery in with you, have it charging under the desk, so it's fully charged when you go back home. So the range from this battery, they reckon about 60 kilometers if you're helping, which isn't a massive range, but it's not a very big battery really. I've done 11 miles of testing, mainly on Power Assist 5, and we're down to 70%, so that's not bad, that. Oh, nothing quite like well-adjusted gears. So what kind of height does this cater for? Well, I'm 5'9", so if I lock that back in like that, could I get on there? That looks really high, that does. Whoa. Right, I reckon 6'5". Maybe 6'6". That's pretty high, that is. And then it goes all the way down to there. However, it does pop through the bottom, so I wouldn't really recommend that. Keep it at least there. And then there. And then when it's there, here's kind of a nice little cruiser bike. The handlebars also go up. There's the maximum. Get your motor running. Woo! Now, one thing to note is there is no suspension. Big bump. Ooh. There's nothing so complicated as suspension on this bike. It's just your metal frame and the suspension in your bum. So without the suspension, it can become a bit of a hard ride sometimes. It is meant for streets and your city riding. However, it is perfectly capable going over mud, but like I say, it is more of a city bike. Other nice features of the Virum include the nice stand, the included mud guards that look very nice. They're plastic, but they're solid. The quick release front wheel has got a bell. It's not the loudest. And the front and rear lights. Now, it is a folding bike, so let's see how well it folds. Let's get rid of this first. Get rid of the stand, fold the pedals in by pushing them in. Undo the latch, pull that around. It does spring back, so you gotta hold it away. And then, there you go. That lands on that metal thing, and then the handlebars, pull that up, go down as well. So as you can see, and you can put that down if you want, it does fold up pretty small, and that's going to go in a lot of car boots. And not only that, because it is light, it's going to be easy to put in car boots. And finally, the computer is a very, very nice computer. We've got some pretty direct sunlight right now, and yet it's still very, very visible. Apart from it looking very nice, it's got all your usual features: up, 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 down, down, down. Enter the settings just by pressing the power button once. You can have kilometers or miles per hour, auto off time, you reset the odo, turn the brightness down, change the language, add a password, Bluetooth if you want to use the app, basically all the stuff you need really. Now usually I review a bike, I tend to sell them because I can't keep them all because I haven't got enough room. This one, I do like this. I like the utility of it, I like the simpleness of it, I like the quality of it, I like the lightness. You can just kind of fling it around. I can see it being a very, very useful and fun bike. So there was the Hygge Virum, a very, very nice and sophisticated e-bike. It's definitely worth checking out. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're still watching, it means you've made it to the end. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. And if you didn't, why are you still here? This won't be the last you see of
Hygge.
Like I said, the
Hygge
Vesta will be coming soon too, so we'll check that out. It's a bigger bike, it's a fat tyre e-bike, and it looks very nice also. So until next time, ride safe.